Today we're going to be talking about how women are affected, or the partners are affected, when the men have erectile dysfunction. It's a real thing. It amazes me that women, they grow up and they know or expect that anytime that they can show some thigh, show some breast, show some skin, men are going to be hard. They're going to be erect. That's all there is to it. They snap their fingers. Bingo, it happens. It goes right before their eyes. I mean, it's just an amazing thing. Well, with erectile dysfunction, it doesn't happen like that. So, what does happen? Well, immediately, women think, well, it's got to be me. He's fallen out of love with me. Wait a minute, it's my fault. Wait a minute, stop. Ladies, this is not how you need to be feeling. This is not real. I had one buddy that, because of the medication that he was taking for diabetes and how far along his diabetes was, that he called up a woman that he had had sex with the night before and said, "Hey, you broke my dick." And no, it's not that. Women will do pretty much anything to enhance their desirability and their sexuality in order to help a man get an erection. Yeah, I get that. But one of the things that happens is that once women are confronted with an erectile dysfunction, they start doing the self-hatred thing. They start wondering, is it me? Just as I mentioned, reality is, the problem is two people. You know, Men and women do not think alike. However, their thought process and the way that they solve problems is pretty close to being the same. Now, men, the first thing that happens with them in erectile dysfunction is they withdraw. They fail to communicate. They have been grown up to be programmed that they are problem solvers, but this one throws them for a loop. Both people in the relationship are traumatized in having erectile dysfunction. It's not a good thing. So the next thing that happens is that both people are wandering around and wondering what the heck they're supposed to do about this. Well, bottom line, communication. It has to start. There has to be communication. This is how I'm feeling. This is how you're feeling. Are we on the same page? Are we willing to go and take action? Men, if they shut down and withdraw and they fail to reach out, to solve the depression, because, yeah, men get depressed if they have erectile dysfunction. I'm sure that women do also. Some people decide that they're going to open up the marriage to strangers and swinging, and that's not really where I want you to go. Here's one of the triggers. The trigger is that now women start to, be more aggressive about sex because they haven't had it in a while because the men have the erectile dysfunction. Well, it's, shaming in order to get sex by women. There's all of these naked bodies that are on TV, and, there's pornography. Look, here's the thing, that men think that when women are being lovely and kind and wanting to communicate and they say everything's okay, the machoism in the male just goes haywire, the monkey brain, and it begins to be like, nah, she's just saying that to be nice, that's not really true, and then there's more and more pressure on the male, which causes the erectile dysfunction. Well, let's talk about those Band-Aids, ladies. They're Band-Aids, pills, pumps, injections. We need to be working on other things. We need to be working on the emotional part. We need to be working on the mind part in order to be able to get through and cure erectile dysfunction. Best thing is that communication, the therapy, rebuilding trust, because this is definitely a trust destroyer, and it's all about that communication. If you want more information, you can make a comment, you can private message me. The other thing, ladies, that I'm sure that you're wondering about is, should I stay or should I go? Well, I'm going to translate this to pretty much any addiction, drugs, alcohol, that sort of thing. If the person is working on, if the male is working on the cure, if the male is working on satisfying you, if the male is communicating effectively and following through with action, that to me sounds like you've got a plan and you should wait it out. And understand that you're going for the cure, not the band-aids, not the pills. The other thing is that if the male shuts down and it goes to pornography and masturbates more, well, that's the time to say goodbye. If the male is only stimulated and wants to have sex with themselves, that's kind of an indicator that it's time to move on. But the thing about it is that if there's no communication, there's no plan, and there's no sight of a cure because of the mental stability, it's time to say goodbye. One of the things that I want to point out is that on December 16th, I'm going to be doing a live with Max Anetta Jones on the relationship of men and women, and with erectile dysfunction on it. So I want you to go to Mach 1 in the Facebook, and I want you to search me out and join the group. We've got lots of really good cures and information about men's health. And if you're interested, join the group. And, continue to come back to these lives. I'm sure that I've got some information that's going to stimulate your mind, and I want to thank you for coming.